Hi guys, my name is Kevin Smith. Welcome to my week 4 ASL progress video. This week I'll show you my two additional features that I've worked on. And those are my CRUD update and delete features. And what I do is quickly go to my login, okay, and enter my password, username. Okay, so I'm in. It says hello Paul Gigs, you're in. I click update profile. See my profile here. What I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to change my username and call it Gigs instead of Power Gigs, and I'll change my password as well. From 4. And I'll update my profile. Alright, so just to verify, I go to my database and refresh. This is before it refreshes. It says Power Gigs, password, username, ugigs. So let's refresh and see what happened. Gigs and ugigs 24. So clearly that has been changed. All right. So that demonstrates my update, and I go to my delete. What I'm going to do is I'm going to log in with a different Wolf and Wolverine. So I'm going to log in with this. So it's the account I created to demonstrate the delete, and it's Wolverine. And I'm logging in. It says welcome Wolf, and I want to update right now, so let's go to the delete profile. Alright, so it view shows user details, John Walker Wolf, john@hotmail.com, and I simply want to delete this just to demonstrate. Right now it's in the database. I'm showing it there, right there. Okay, so I press delete. My view goes right back to the sign up, and if I do and refresh, voila, it's gone from my database. Alright, so that demonstrates coding that I've been doing this week for week 4. Alright, so let's quickly run through what happened here in terms of as quickly as possible in terms of what happened here. So quickly, this is my delete view. So I'm echoing all username based on the user from the server. But quickly, just to demonstrate what I've done is let's find this. Okay, all right, so come on, I'm time for this. All right, so here's my model for my entire project. So as it relates to the update and delete, what I've done is I've fetched all the user from the database with this database get query, and I've returned that, and I've also returned the data from my view as it relates to the field that I've populated, and I've matched the user ID pretty much. Alright, so that's what I've done, match user ID, and then after matching, I'm pressing the button, then I do the update user, which I also pass on the UID and the data which is passed to the view. Alright, and pass back. This data is coming back from the controller here. Alright, so let's just show you, go to the controller and show you what's happening here. Alright, so quickly, update user. Alright, so I have a form as a populate, so I create a data array, which is first name, last name, username, password, email, and I use this post. Okay, so that is what is the data is. I'm passing that with that to the model as I show you around there with the data. I'm also critical. What I wanted to really show was this. So let me go to this first. So if I'm showing the user for the update user, for the update pages here, what I do is to ensure that I'm collecting the ID is to match. I said ensure that the session is set as user ID, which is coming in from where I logged in. Okay, so I pass that over to the next view, which is the show user. So in keeping that session, what I've done is I've assigned my UID to my user data user ID from the session, and then I pass the model show user and show user ID, returning the variable. Okay, and then I load my view, which is the update user, header and footer pretty much. Alright, and then the actual form, which is the update user here, which is the variable created with what is in the populated into the field and whatever changes I make, and all of this I pass back to the update user model pretty much. So hope you get an understanding there of what's going on there. Alright, for the delete, it's pretty simple. I've still uses for the delete within the model. I did use show user ID, show user and show user ID. All I did was to add delete user, which is a function delete user, and I've passed back the ID just the same from the session, and it says where the user ID in the database equal set that variable, then delete that user. And just to show you, what I've done is I've created a view for the delete user within the controller, and I just wanted to just do a quick demonstration here. Again, I'm using just to get sure of this. Alright, I'm still using the if sessions. So I'm still collecting the session, passing on the session to a new view, and I'm still assigning the user ID from the user session ID. So this is critical, I think, to understand. So I'm keeping that session alive, and I'm using that session to play. So whatever the user logs in as, I'm carrying that data just the same. And all I'm saying is that create a variable from the session, user data, which is the user ID, whatever the person logged in or whatever they logged in as, and then I'm saying is that get pass that on to the delete user and transferring that user ID over. So whatever's that user ID, this is what it's going to find in the database, and this is what it's going to delete it, pretty much. So that's how it works. Alright, so that's it from me. It's been a great month. I hope you guys, we all have fun. I learned a lot. I think was a lot of research, a lot of late nights, including last night. But you know, it was worth it, and looking forward to seeing you guys. And